Instructional text, writing and presenting. What is an instructional text? A non-fiction, step-by-step guide on how to complete a task or reach a specific goal. Examples of instructional text: recipes, manuals, or board games. Now, my steppers, remember, whenever you are given a writing task, there are 3 things that you need to do. These are called the writing processes. The first thing is the mind map. Now remember, a mind map is where we jot down our ideas. This is where you just write down the keywords or a short phrase. Do not write full sentences or paragraphs in the mind map. Then we get to the rough draft. Now the rough draft, you start writing your full sentences and you start structuring your transactional text. So you go back to your mind map, you take your ideas that you've jotted down, and now you write them in full sentences. Finally, you have your final draft. Now this draft needs to be error-free. So there should be full sentences. You must start your sentences with capital letters, end them with full stops. Make sure that your grammar is correct. Right, now in this video, we are going to look at how to write a recipe. Number 1 is the title. It tells the reader what they are making. The title should be clear and simple. Usually, your teacher will give you the title. Make sure to include it in your final draft. The title does count as a mark or 2 depending on the grade. Now, for our recipe, we are going to look at how to make a cup of tea. Number 2 is ingredients. This is what we need to make your cup of tea. This needs to be precise, give an indication of how much will be needed. Remember, you are writing a recipe for somebody that doesn't know what to do and what to use. Right, so let's look at my examples. Ingredients: 0.5 liters of water, a half a cup of milk, 1 tea bag, 2 teaspoons of sugar, or to taste. Please include this because not everyone adds the same amount of sugar to their tea. Number 3, we have the method. Instructions given to make the cup of tea. These have to be in chronological order. This means the order in which the instructions have to be completed. These need to be numbered 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Chronological order helps the reader to know what they should do first, what's next, what follows, and finally. When we start writing our instructions, we have to bear in mind what we call imperative verbs. These are action words. They give a command to the reader to do the action. Examples: boil, pour, stir, fill. Now, let's look at number 1. This is going to be the first sentence that I am going to write under my method. Fill the kettle with water. Now the word fill is highlighted and is in bold. This gives an action to the reader. It tells them what to do with the water. Lastly, under method, we are going to look at adverbs. Provides more information about the action being performed. Now, examples: gently, lightly, carefully. So once you start writing your instructions, you need to include this. It tells the reader how to do the action. Let's look at my example. Pour the boiled water carefully in the cup. Now, can you see the word pour? Pour is our action word, the imperative verb. Carefully is then our adverb. It tells us how to pour the boiled water. Adverbs are used as precaution for the reader so that they don't make a mess or that they don't end up hurting themselves. Alright, so Let's look at my recipe that I've written. First thing is the title, How to Make a Cup of Tea. Remember, this is going to count for marks, so you need to include it. Next, we look at ingredients. Remember, these are the things that we need to make our cup of tea. So 0.5 liter of water, 2 teaspoons of sugar or to taste, 1 tea bag, half a cup of milk. Then we get to the method. What should we remember when we get to the method? A is my chronological order. Now, if you look under method, I have numbered my instructions. This tells the reader what to start with, what to do next, and finally. B, I have my imperative verbs, which are the action words. Now, you can look at number 1, fill. Number 2, place. Number 3, add. Number 4, pour. Number 5, warm. Number 6, stir. Number 7, enjoy. These words are all imperative verbs. They give the action to the reader, what to do. Lastly, I have adverbs. Remember, adverbs tell us how to do the action. Let's look at number 4. Pour the boiled water carefully into the cup. I am telling the reader how to pour the water carefully so that they don't burn themselves. Number 6, stir gently while pouring in the warm milk. Once again, I am telling them how to stir gently so that they don't spill the tea. Alright, so I have my checklist done. Now let's read my method. Number 1, fill the kettle with water and boil it. Number 2, place 1 tea bag in the cup. Number 3, add 2 teaspoons of sugar to the cup, or according to your preference. Now remember, not everyone adds 2 teaspoons of sugar. Some add more, some add less, some don't even drink sugar. Number 4, pour the boiled water carefully into the cup. Number 5, warm the milk in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. Number 6, stir gently while pouring in the warm milk. And number 7, enjoy your tea while it's still hot. I have included a picture of my cup of tea. It all depends on your teacher. But if your teacher asks you to draw a picture, please make sure that your picture is completed and is neat so that you can get the marks. Alright, my steppers. So let's have a look at this page. Now, this can be an example of how your exam, test, or assessment paper can be set up. Your teacher is going to have all the instructions so that you can follow. Read the instructions carefully. These tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. Then, importantly, let's look at the marking grid. This is your rubric. This is what the teacher is going to have next to him or her while marking your recipe. So use this as your checklist. Now remember, you have to do your mind map and then your rough draft. So now when you are done doing your rough draft, take your rubric and use it as a checklist. Take a pencil. Look at appropriate title and heading. Check, do I have an appropriate title and heading? You tick it off. How many ingredients do I have? Does the teacher require 5 ingredients, 2, 3, or 1? And then you check. How many steps did I write? How many steps does the teacher want you to write? Is the teacher looking for 7 steps, 6 steps, 8 steps? And then you tick. Alright, then also you need to look at your grammar, your punctuation. Make sure everything is on point. Let's look at a detailed example of how the marking is done. Now, can you see there's a tick right at the top for the heading? Your teacher is going to tick that. That is already a mark. Then your teacher needs to see that you've written the heading ingredients and the heading method. This all forms part of the structure of a recipe. Those are the things that are needed so that we identify it as a recipe. Alright, now I have inserted a link for the last 2 pages in the description of this video. Please click on the links and you can download the 2 pages for free.